Wait, you okay, man? You look like someone took a shit.
Hi guys, this is James from CVG, and I'm joined by Dan, the producer on Sleeping Dogs.
Hey everyone.
And we are here looking at another Sleeping Dogs mission. So where are we now in the story then, Dan?
This is a few missions in, and Wei is talking to his childhood friend Jackie, and he's now kind of gotten his foot into the triads. He's proved that he's a tough guy, but he's trying to expedite things a little bit more, get into some more of the nitty-gritty and not just some of the low-level crimes. And so he's pushing Jackie to get involved with some bigger crimes to prove themselves a bit more so he can get more connections.
He's taking a sticky Red Bull up my ass.
It's not like that. It's a small deal. Word is there's only a few low-level London. You're looking after it. We boost that shit and give Winston a nice fat cut. He's gonna be mad impressed. No way he doesn't promote us after that.
You'd have to be certain it couldn't be traced back to Winston or us.
So here we are down at the docks, and it looks like there's about to be a little scuffle.
Yes, Wei's put on a mask and a hat so that he's at least somewhat incognito. So they're going and they're ripping off a rival gang to get a little bit of action and money for themselves, something that Jackie, his friend, heard about. And so here, fighting a variety of different enemies, using things like the environmental combat props, like they saw there, the recycling box, which is one of our sort of more basic ones, or the garbage dumpster. And you also see a variety of different enemy types. So we have sort of the quick striker, the basic enemy. We have the brawler, who are kind of the thicker, tougher looking guys. They have a different stance. The guys who have their hands taped up. And they're really good, often at blocking and at sort of going toe-to-toe combat with you. You'll also see some of the more heavy-set characters, and we call them the grapplers. And they're the ones, if you ever try and lock up or grapple with them, they'll always beat you. So each of them you need to fight a little bit differently.
We also see quite a lot of variety in the terms of attacks there. Is that something you can level up throughout the game?
Yes, as you find new jade statues that are scattered throughout the city, they were stolen from a kung fu master. As you return them to him, he'll teach you new combat moves. So the player really gets to kind of grow as they progress through the game, and also be quite different. You can choose which moves you want to learn and upgrade. So two people playing the exact same game could have very different feeling and looking characters based on how many favors they've done, how they've played the missions, whether they've gotten high cop or triad scores, and as well how many of these jade statues have they found.
And you can also use weapons in combat, like we've seen him wielding a knife and a crowbar.
Yes, and with weapons, what we tried to do is treat it a little bit more like a power-up. And I think some people, I've brought that up before in interviews, and I think they weren't quite sure what I meant by that. And it's essentially, as soon as you have a weapon, hand-to-hand combat becomes sort of secondary almost. If I can walk in a room and I have a gun and 6 bullets and 6 enemies, well, potentially 6 shots later, they're all gone. So we really wanted to make the focus of this game hand-to-hand combat. That's what we see in martial arts movies. And so most missions are about that, and they'll have some shooting areas, but you run out of ammo, there's no storing. You can store a handgun, but even that, at the beginning of some missions, that gets taken away from you, right, so that we can control the pacing and allow a lot of the missions to be more hand-to-hand combat focused.
Now we can see a lot of driving around the city here, and obviously it's a huge city. Does that open world environment, is that open all the time for you to just go and explore?
It's open all the time. The first couple of missions, we keep you in an enclosed area just to help teach the player, or as I like to say, tutorialize them. And that allowed us to sort of, within a controlled area, teach them some of the game mechanics, and then we open it up completely, and at any point you're free to go wherever you want, explore, even go out to some of the offshore gambling dens. It's all there for you, and it's available all the time.
And as we've touched on before, there is quite a lot of side missions as well that you can go and sort of find, and a lot of collectibles to find as well.
Yeah, we've got over 130 different sort of side missions, from favors, jobs like boosting cars, doing debt collection. There's dates you can go on. There's what we call events, which is you walk by an area and someone's just been shoplifted, and you can choose to help out or not. So there's a wide variety, and there's mini games as well, from karaoke, cockfighting, poker, mahjong. There's a lot for the player to do and explore, and we've tried to keep a lot of those things very Hong Kong centric and Asian flavored, so that the player really feels immersed in the world.
And as well as them, we've got lots of different variety in the missions. I mean, there's races in here, there's on-foot sections, and there's gunfighting as well.
Yeah, and each of those we tried to make them, again, sort of feel very seamless. If you watch a great action film, you're not like, oh, here's the hand-to-hand combat part, you know, scene done, and here's the shooting part, but they tend to interchange very quickly, where the hero comes in, has no gun, disarms it, shoots a few people, now they're doing some more hand-to-hand combat, then maybe doing a chase sequence, and next thing you know, they're in a car chasing after someone else, and there's some shooting from cars. That's very much the way we've structured our missions, is to have that same intertwining all the different parts of gameplay and making it unique and different for the player each time, so they don't feel like, oh, here's just another shooting mission.
Excellent. And so when is this game out? When do people get their hands on it?
It'll be out in the UK on August 17th.
Brilliant.